It's time for another big debate. It's time for another Football Terrace tiering session. The greatest Premier League champions of all time. Smash the like button, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications. Let's go, people. Welcome back to the Football Terrace. What an evening of entertainment we have got for you here, debating and tiering the greatest ever Premier League teams in the history of this fine league. We've got lots of great nominees. The first ever champions, Liverpool's first ever champions, Carlo Ancelotti, Conte's Chelsea sides, the Invincibles, the treble winners, the Centurions, Leicester and Blackburn's efforts. They're all going to be spoken about this evening, and I have got an elite Football Terrace panel in the house. By the way, every single gooner I reached out to tonight to come on the show bottled it.
My wife won't let me. I'm already out. I can't. My Wi-Fi's down.
I'm not too sure why the gooners ducked it tonight, but they did. But I've got for you, David's on the show tonight, looking fresh, ready to go. I've got man like Safe, not the crazy stalker, not the madman who gets his nipples out, but the Liverpool fan with the medals on his wall, ready to go. Medicine ball in the cupboard. He ain't been using. Look at that haircut. Look at that. Looks like an exotic Justin Bieber sitting there, looking fresh, bruv. I like it. We've also got one of the best beards on the Football Terrace in the house. Man like Alfie is here with us. Look at that beard, looking solid, looking slick. Speaking of beards, the best beard on the Football Terrace, I have to say. No, it's not you, Jem. It's man like Neeks. Look at that lumberjack Neeks with that beard. You know, the ladies love it. And speaking of the lady loving, do you know why they love this guy? Not because of how rugged he is, not because of how handsome he is, but he has more skin product than they do. It's man like Jem in the house, all the way from Essex. What is going on? How is everybody this evening?
Not bad, bro. Not bad.
Good. We ready to go? You up for this?
Let's go.
Ready to rumble.
They've got energy on this. Remember the rules as ever. I know it's safe for maybe Alfie's first time doing this. The audience can super chat. They can. We first started doing these. We didn't really look at the super chats. We read them, and then once upon a time, someone said, "If I pay £5, can I move someone up and down a tier?" So we said yes. Then somebody said, "Can I move someone from the top to the bottom for 20 quid?" So we said yes. Then some madman, but we love them, said, "If I offer you 50 quid, can I create a brand new tier?" So we let them. So to pay homage to those amazing Football Terrace members and contributors, those be the rules for the viewers if you want to get involved. You're damn right, Shane. This is an amazing panel tonight. It is an amazing panel. We look like a dysfunctional boy band, but it is all good. It's like a boy band that's got together and think, oh, they all look a bit haggard now. Do you know what I mean? They're all looking a little bit rough around the edges. I have to say it's City's 2018-2019 team, highest points title race. Maybe they're not actually an option tonight, but if you want to add them, you know what you've got to do. Harris here says, Gooners like Gal forgot how to produce a sentence with the words Arsenal and champions in them. That could also be true. So we're going to jump into this. We all know the rules. We all know how it works. We're going to start off with Alfie, who is first on the list, and we're going to jump straight into it. We're going to go with the choice, the team that you asked for, and you were going to tier. Remember, the ratings are simple. Overrated, underrated, top class, legendary, GOAT. GOAT can only have one team in it. And the team I'm going to place with you, Alfie, is Arsenal's Invincibles in 2004.
Arsenal's Invincibles, yeah? To go through a whole season and do it the way they did it, only for it to come crashing down by you know who, but let's not get there just yet, yeah? It has to go down as legendary. It has to. Legendary, folklore, you have to give respect to that meme. Have you seen that meme? Is yours gold? Huh? Is yours gold? Ours ain't gold. Yeah, well, Centurions ain't gold. When you turn over, the medal, we don't say how many points you got, but theirs is gold. So for that reason, I wouldn't say greatest of all time because there's other criteria that we're going to discuss, but absolutely legendary. And if anyone wants to debate that, then feel free. If people want to comment, say what you're saying. But that's where I need to put them there.
Wow. Anyone disagree? Legendary status puts him as one of the best champions ever. Anybody agree with that?
I agree.
To be fair, he's got a valid point. Gold is nice, isn't it?
Yeah, but they made it themselves. So how does that count? That's fair, isn't it? So to be honest, I wouldn't really.
Listen. In all honesty, yes, Arsenal. I think we look at them with a bit of pity in it, so we'll let them have legendary.
You know what? I just think. I remember when I was watching that season, and I remember even as a Man United fan, at the end, it was just like, you know what? Well, bloody done. Because Man United, we have won all these titles season after season after season before. But to even think that you could do it unbeaten, it wasn't even in the criteria. You never believed it could happen until they did it. And there were so many chances throughout the season where they nearly slipped up, but one thing or another, they got over the line. And to think that they actually went on to do it to 49 games, and I think it's definitely legendary.
How many games did they actually draw, though?
So they drew 12 games. But what I wanted to say, we can only have 3 in legendary. I didn't mention that at the start. So you can place them in there now, but as we place others, we might move it because, of course, there is other criteria. And the other criteria, it's going to be a little bit tonight like the chair session on X Factor, where you can be in a chair, but Simon Cowell can take you out of that chair later. Because for me, I agree that winning it unbeaten was amazing. However, multiple winning trophies. How did you stem in Europe that year? You know, if you actually look over all that season, they weren't particularly great in other competitions, but they're in that legendary status right now. The viewers may agree or disagree. I'm going to David next, and David, I'm giving you. We're not going to go to your first choice yet. We're going to a different team. I'm going to give you Leicester City's heroic underdog champions back in 2016.
Oh, that's just that's a feel good story. That's what Liverpool think their title is. Honestly, it's one of the greatest stories of all time. Nigel Pearson nearly got them relegated the year before. Ranieri comes in, everyone's like, "Oh, what's Ranieri gonna do?" Jamie Vardy's having a party, just banging in goals, scoring that the 11th or 10th goal in a row against Man United. Oh, incredible! Incredible season. N'Golo Kante and Danny Drinkwater. Oh, it was ridiculous. Wes Morgan. It was mad. It was mad. I'm putting them in legendary. That is for me the one of easily top 3 best stories in Premier League all time.
Leicester City in legendary. It's funny, we had a comment here that says facts. I don't know who they're saying facts. It's about the league, not other competitions. Other competitions play a factor because it's about the balance, and we'll get onto that a little bit later. And winning things, rotating. But legendary for this Leicester team.
Questionable.
I'm sorry. I know if it was any other team, I'd say average winners at best. But it was Leicester.
The thing is,
it was a sprinkle of help from Chelsea as well, you know.
I get it. I get it because
it's a legendary story, and it's one that the Premier League will never forget. I think probably across Europe, you'll never forget 5,000 to 1 in that sense. But the team itself, like, it would be destroyed by any other champion in any other season.
I'm sorry. Ranieri was rewarding these men with pizza.
He was. But in terms of, if we could do this, if it was plausible to do like a champion, if you could get all these champions and put them into a league together, they'd come bottom.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And David. David. What's legendary is Pavarotti coming to sing on the final day. It's not because look, a couple of facts about Leicester's title winning season. Yeah, who was it?
And he dead now, Pavarotti.
Who was it? Who was the guy? You don't talk about.
It's what's his name?
Pavarotti, man. Pavarotti. Let's call him Pavarotti.
Is he the blind dude?
No,
I swear it was the Go Compare guy. I swear that.
No, it was not. You man don't know what you're talking about. No, it wasn't. Anyway, look. Couple of facts.
Bocelli. Andrea Bocelli.
He's blind.
Does it matter?
Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, go on.
Anyway, the celebration is what I'm saying is legendary. Couple of facts about their title-winning season: everyone was poor. Everyone was poor. Everyone. And number two, it's always referred to by the pundits as a freak season. It's never referred to as Leicester were just like blowing everyone out of the water that they done an Invincibles or they done a Liverpool 96 points, 97 points or Centurions. Everyone was poor. So to put them in legendary category because everyone was poor and they were better than the rest and they won it on that basis, I don't think it's right. I think,
Do you know what?
I think they should go as overrated in my opinion.
Do you know what I would like to know?
Overrated.
Yeah,
overrated.
Guys, we'll move this on. Everyone gets a trump card later. The viewers can make their movements as well. Next to have you say it's gonna be man like Safe. And we're gonna really heat this up now straight away. We're gonna give Safe his choice. Where are you placing Safe? Liverpool's only solitary Premier League champions winning team from COVID year from 2020.
Well, I know you lot obviously leaving a special spot for me in it, so we're going straight for GOAT in it.
Oh, get out of it!
99 points, 32 wins. Oh, we won
Overrated.
it than any other team. 7 games left to go or something.
Oh,
Makes me
Overrated.
sick. I'm not the only one who thinks they're probably the most overrated champions.
I know.
No, you know what?
Most overrated champions.
Back it now.
Explain to me, yeah? Explain to me why they don't get GOAT position.
Alex,
no.
Why do they?
You tell me why. You tell me why they should be GOAT.
Right, number one, yeah. 30 years wait, so it's like a curse. We had to break a curse on top of winning the Premier League. Wait. Let me explain my points. Yeah, I think we won the game. We won the league earlier than any other team does, and in so much style as well. It wasn't nitty-gritty here and there and whatnot. Come on, solid football. Like bringing out players from teams that they shouldn't even been playing in to come play at Liverpool and stuff like that. Like look at Robertson came from Hull. All right, Van Dijk obviously Southampton, but Van Dijk's just next level GOAT. You got Mo Salah, who was no one before we picked him up. Mane came from Southampton as well. All these players, we didn't spend ridiculous amounts of money like other clubs did, and then won the Premier League. So there's
all right. No, wait, hold on. How much was Alisson?
It was a lot.
How much?
We spent money on 2 players, yeah. 75 on Van Dijk.
Chamberlain?
Let me ask you a question, Safe, because this will be relevant for later. How many other trophies did you win the League Cup that year?
No, but we're talking about Premier League, though, isn't it?
No, we're talking about Premier League champions. But when you're becoming Premier, this is why other competitions are important. When you're becoming Premier League champions, you have to play in other competitions, which means you have to rotate, which means you have to stretch your squad. How did you cope with that? How did you do in the League Cup and FA Cup that year?
Not fantastic, isn't it? Like,
how did you do in the Champions League?
Man said not fantastic. Man said not fantastic.
How did you do in the Champions League?
He wants to be GOAT.
Was a bit of a peak as well.
So for me, already with just the fact you went for one competition only. Some of these other teams, some of these other teams that we're going to be placing, right? Some of these other teams, we haven't even got to them yet.
We ain't even got to them.
Some of these teams won more than one trophy in a season. So they not only balanced the Premier League and managed to win it, sometimes they won it at an absolute canter, but they also managed to win multiple trophies at the same time as well. Anyone else just
safe. Can I? Yeah, safe. Can I ask?
Who said they were overrated? David, Alfie, why are they overrated, Alfie? Why are they overrated?
Number one, before I answer that, can I just ask Safe a question? Do you have shame? Straight up, I'm gonna ask you, bro. Yeah, like, do you have shame? You know how you can win a trophy?
Shoot.
No, how you can win the one trophy 1 year, and then another trophy then next year, and then stick them into one photo, bad boy, yeah, and take a picture as if you won them in the. Have you no shame?
Yeah.
Bro.
Yes,
Right,
Safe.
Were you
embarrassed by that? Safe. Were you embarrassed by that when you saw them pretending to do a treble and you took 2 trophies from 2 different seasons? Was that a bit like, oh, what are we doing here? Was it was it one of them moments where you're like, oh, just drop me out?
No, mate. I was happy. Like I don't care. I saw 2 trophies.
So you have no shame.
You know what I mean?
You have no shame.
He has no shame. Every Liverpool fan has no shame. Let's be serious. They're Liverpool.
No. I'm gonna be honest. All right. And we won, what's it? So in that season, yeah, we played the Super Cup, we played the Club World Cup. All right, the Villa thing was just forget what happened against Villa, but we had to put out like an under-16s team or something, yeah? Are you lot forgetting all of that in that same season?
That's this season.
Listen, Safe's made his point here.
We're going to keep Super Cup and the World Super Cup.
Keep this moving, and we'll come back to more of this, guys. We'll come back to more of this later.
No, World Club Cup.
guys, we'll come back to this later because we're going to be moving teams. So we'll delve in more there. Ganga Deep here says, I'm a Liverpool fan. We are not the greatest Premier League team of all time. You need to win it back to back. That's another factor that hasn't even come up yet. I think we should be a top class. Personally, we have a unique achievement that we won the league with the most games to spare. The guy is literally super chatted this early. Thank you so much for the donation. So we will make your move straight away into top class. You pay for that to happen for your own club. What a proper fan there. Knows what he's doing. Supporting the Terrace. I've heard Anita's here. What's going on, Anita? I hope you are well. We're going to move on to the next pick. That's going to go to Jem. Jem, I'm going to give you out of this. I'm going to give you... Okay, I'm going to give you Chelsea's team under Conte.
Under Conte. Oh, right. Okay.
Under Conte.
I need to look at. Let me have a look quickly. Sorry, 2 seconds. Let me just have a look at the. All right, cool. I'm gonna throw them in top class. Top class.
Why?
Because we went through quite a rough patch around December time. We lost to Liverpool 3-0, and then we lost to Arsenal. And then we flicked the switch. He changed the formation. He played a 3 at the back. He made people like Alonso, who at the time were bang average players, into top quality players. And he managed to get the best out of Diego Costa, Eden Hazard. And we went on a mad run. I think it was 13 matches unbeaten. It was, do you know what I mean? And we were just playing so well. And the way we won it from then, I think we was unbeaten from December. Was it November? It might have been no, sorry. It was end of December, January to I think it was March/April. I think it was around then when we got beaten. One of them months. For him to have done that, I wouldn't say we was the greatest ever. It was the greatest ever Chelsea winning team because I think there's teams that are better, but I still think it needs to be up there for what he done.
That's pretty fair. We had another super chat that's coming here from a Liverpool fan saying we got 99 points, earliest title winning history. 27 of our first 28 games won. We're world, European, and English champions at the same time. Of course, we're one of the greatest teams.
Sorry, that's not true. That's a lie. 127 of first 28. That's not true.
No, even if it is true, is it not a 38 game season?
Hang on, but that's not the bit. That isn't the point to focus on. The biggest untruth in there is that you won the only way you can call yourselves world, European, and English champions at the same time is if you win the league, the Champions League in the same season, and the World Club Championship the following year. You're doing it the wrong way around, my bro. It's not in the right order. You've got to do it in the right order, bro, to say you're both. But you have super chatted, so we will move the team back up 2 categories.
Thank you,
back to go. So Walton's done that there. Next pick is going to be with Neeks. And Neeks, I'm giving you... We'll go to your proper pick later, but I'm going to give you Manchester United's first ever title winning team in the Premier League and the Premier League's first ever title winners. The Steve Bruce double winner at the end, the famous scenes of Fergie jumping on the pitch, 1993 winners.
I'll say underrated. Probably in the underrated category. Nobody actually talks about it. Nobody actually talks about that team. The only time we hear about that team is always a negative connotation. They speak about the 2-1 win against, was it Sheffield Wednesday? Was it Sheffield United? Yeah, Sheffield Wednesday. And how basically it was because we had 11 minutes or a stoppage time and the referees basically gave the title to Man United. Not telling the full story was that one of the referees actually got injured during the game and had to make a substitution around our injuries. To win the first Premier League title, which was our first league title in
nearly
27 years, I think it was 27 years. For me, it's underrated because we actually don't talk about that team.
No, I agree with you on that as well. The youngsters, it's hard for, I get, but you've got to remember, like, when you look at that league table, again, 84 points that season, 42 games as well. So a lot of people say, like, oh, well, it's not a great points total for 4 extra games, but of course, there's more games, which means there's more to manage. But you've got to remember, like, there were some top teams in the league that year. The Liverpools, the Arsenals, the Leeds United teams who were like serious teams that we absolutely outdid. Forest actually ended up getting relegated that year. Like Aston Villa back in 1992 and 93 were a top level team. Norwich were a top level team. Blackburn were there. Like we did so well to like push away so many teams that have been winning titles in previous years. and to win our first in all that time it was just phenomenal. I agree, underrated, because it's never a team that gets spoken about too much, if that makes sense, considering everything they did. I think that's a fair place to put them, no doubt. I'm gonna have my first pick, and I'm gonna go with the 1998 Arsenal double winners. I'm going to go the 98 Arsenal double winners. For me, this is Arsenal's greatest ever Premier League team. They had one of the best, front to back, one of the best teams. And even in the modern day era, they would be able to compete because they were strong, they were quick, they were athletic, they were gritty, they could fight, they could tackle, but they could also play ball. They were one of the first real sort of futuristic, modern day contemporary balling teams in the Premier League. And Wenger just started to get into tick. And the reason why I put them above the Centurions is because they did the double and balancing 2 titles at the same time. And not only did they do that, but they beat they beat a great Man United team to the title, and they won the double. Mm-hmm. So those 2 things coupled in, so balancing the 2 competitions together and pipping a team that went on the following season to do the greatest single season achievement in the history of British football, for me, makes me put that team into legendary. And if I had to move one out, I don't, because there's only 2 in there. It would be, actually, in fairness, I'd move the Leicester team out before I move the Arsenal Invincible team out. But it's better than the Arsenal Invincibles, in my opinion. Any challenge?
People would say they only got 98 points. Sorry, 78 points.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter then, does it? Point tallies for me, especially back in the days.
I wasn't a thought at this point.
Yeah.
Well, I think you've got points tallies is one thing, but you have to look at eras that the league and things have changed. So everything used to start. So pre-season was different. So teams never used to start the season as fit as they are now. Teams always got off to a much slower start than they used to. And that was normal and acceptable. 5, 6, 7 games in, nobody was caring if people's form was up or down because it was settling. I would say from about the mid-2000s, and Jose really brought this to the Prem, where it was you get off to a really quick start. So teams changed the way they prepared for things, and it's improved from there. Pep and Klopp then took it to another level. Those are things within eras that are very difficult to comprehend and compare because you just didn't do things in the same way. So for me, in terms of what they did in their era, and you've got to do it pound for pound. It's a bit like now. Boxers now are fitter and faster and stronger than they were boxers from 30, 40 years ago. On a legitimate level, the boxers now would beat the boxers of old. Just on size difference. Rugby's the same. Look at the difference of look at the All Blacks team from, say, 1980s and look at them now. The 1980s team would be broken in half by forget quality. The size is different. So it's hard to do. So you've got to judge things within their own era. I think they were absolutely brilliant. And again, David weren't born. A lot of the viewers weren't born then, but that double winning Arsenal team was sensational, no doubt about it. Next pick back with Alfie. Alfie, I'm giving you Manchester United's 2002 champions, the team that won the first ever 3 on the bounce.
2001.
2001. Can I ask a question? Is the 99 team included in that?
No.
All right. So purely because that team, my argument would be that team is the same team as the 99 treble winning. I would either put in GOAT that team or by the end of the 3 years, the 3 titles. Yeah. So I think the 3 titles, something that's no other team has ever done. I think that deserves GOAT level. Like out of any of the teams that are there, that is GOAT. That you have in the Premier League era, that is GOAT. And we've done that twice. So whether you want to count but just purely because this is the one that also done the treble, and then the following year won the title for the 3rd year running, GOAT has to be, because you can't top that. You can't top it. No matter what you say, no matter how many points, or no matter what color your trophy, you can't top it. You can't. There's no.
I understand why you put them there. I sort of feel a bit like the 93 winning team, Man United's 2002 winning side that did the 3 on the bounce. Kind of just goes unnoticed. It's almost not spoken about, but they were the first. I know that they're coupled in with the 99 team. The 99 team special. Team? Well, the 2001 team is coupled in with the 99 team because a lot of the same. But at the same time, a lot of the core for Ancelotti's team is the same as Jose's record-winning team. It was only a few years later. But I think I almost feel like they're underrated because they're just not spoken about how they should be for being the first team in Premier League history and only one of 2 teams in Premier League history to win 3 titles on the bounce. What's your thoughts on that, Saif?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie, it's got a valid point. But initially, we were just talking about the greatest Premier League champion. So obviously, it's just about how you kind of define it. Because if we're looking at one season, then for me, like Liverpool maintain that GOAT position. But realistically, looking back at United and whatnot, obviously in that same 3-year period, it was the 2-1 they did against Munich, probably one of the best finals. Not how to say one of the best finals, but it's like the thing is that you can't argue it because they won it 3 on the bounce. The way Liverpool were playing last season, I'm not going to lie. Obviously, I was up in cloud 9. I thought we were going to win 5 on the bounce, but COVID came along and changed everything. So,
to your GOAT question, let me ask you this question. So, Man United have done it 3. Our best ever teams have gone 3 on the bounce twice. Would you have rather won the league with 81 points, but retained your title, or won it with 99 points, but then fall away by 40 the following year?
No, 100%. I'd rather win it back to back.
So it can't be GOAT then.
Common sense. But the thing is, we were saying who's the best Premier League champions. We weren't saying like who was the best team of that era.
So what I want to do, what I want to do is personally, I want to set my parameters. These are my parameters. When we're talking about champions, we're talking about not extenuating factors. I don't care about how much money you spent. I really don't care. And points total only makes a difference when you're talking about we were the first to do it. I think that's all right. So therefore, I will consider Centurions. Other factors are what you did the season before and what you did the season after. Especially what you did the season after. These are my parameters.
So for me, everyone's got Alfie. Yeah. Everyone's got their parameters. The idea is you present your parameters, we debate it, and then the group kind of agrees. So, and I think you've got some good points in there. I think that's what I think about the 2002 winning team that did it 3 times on the bounce. What did I say? 2003 again?
Yeah, 2002. That's Arsenal.
My brain. 2001 winning team because they did it 3 times on the bounce. What stands out to me massively about them is to maintain, and why I separate them from the 99 team is to maintain the winning appetite, to keep fighting to do it is so special. Nobody else has done it. No one else, barring another Man United team, no one else has done it.
And the thing is with that 2001 winning team is that the year before they set a lot of those records that obviously subsequently Pep Guardiola beat, but they got like 97 goals scored in the league, which is the highest. They got the highest points tally of a 38 game season, highest goal difference, most wins, 28, won it by 18 points, I think it was, which was the highest until the Centurions. And I think that's the most wins as well. Yeah. So I think,
and also that what you just said, coupled with the fact that they won a European trophy along with the Premier League, like that's the
2001 team didn't.
No. I'm saying the season before.
I hear you with that. So look, they're in there for now, but we've still got the Liverpool team that's in there because somebody paid for that. We'll see what the trump cards do and super chats do later. Strip Bear with the super chat here said underrated down just to start the Salt Manchester down. So the 1993 team has been moved into overrated by Strip Bear straight away. Some salt there from a Chelsea fan straight up. We're going to move on to the next pick, which is going to go to David. And David, I'm going to give you Manchester City's Centurions.
Oh no, they are the real goats of the Premier League. I want to say maybe. Actually, no. Well, hold on. Put them in GOAT and move that Liverpool team out so we can just get rid of them because they don't need to be there. No, but genuinely, Man City did like something that's unprecedented, which is actually unprecedented, not some ESPN or we won the league by an extra 2 weeks before the other team. They got 100 points. They actually got 100 points. They were scoring goals like it was nothing. I mean, Pep Guardiola just does Pep Guardiola things, and they won multiple trophies that year. This is the season where they won the Carabao Cup as well.
Yeah.
So they've got a double it's not the actual double, but they've won 2 trophies in that season. And to get 100 points, very impressive.
I hear you on that. So if we're putting them in there, we're moving 2 teams down, but there's already 3 teams in legendary. So where do the Man United and the Liverpool teams go?
So move the Liverpool team down to legendary.
Yep.
Move the Invincibles down to top class.
Wow. And what about the Man United team?
What?
Can you not have two and go?
No. In
One,
fairness,
only one and go.
I've got to keep Liverpool in there for now because somebody paid that super chat. We'll see if anybody else moves them out a little bit later.
Listen, I just gotta say, I just gotta say real quick, yeah. Liverpool need to go into overrated. Yeah?
Overrated.
Absolutely overrated.
Guys, you get a trump card you get a trump card a little bit later, so we'll move on to that. Next pick's gonna go to safe. Safe. I'm giving you Blackburn Rovers champions.
Yes. Alan Shearer.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I really don't know much about it, but I just know Shearer was on fire. So, do you know what? Let me just do a bit of research on this one. Yeah.
Man's not Google it.
Man said, come back to me. Man said, come back to me.
Is this not Shearer? Is this Shearer?
I'll talk about them a little bit because I've got a bit of age here. Honestly, I think they go down not just one tier above Leicester. I think Leicester, definitely, in my opinion.
See, that's where I disagree.
Above, I think they go above them because they had competition. Like to say Blackburn Rovers won it with no competition. Leicester won it with no competition. Fact. Their competition was fall off Merchants Tottenham. Get out of here, bro. Get out of it. There was no competition.
And that is a very, very good point. What team did you beat? Did you beat another great team to that title?
Yeah. Whereas Blackburn Rovers did, Terry. Blackburn Rovers did. They knocked at that time. You had title winning teams who were had won the title 2-3 years ago, like Arsenal, who had won it in 90? Was it 90? 89, 90? And you had Man United who just won it. You had whoever else won it.
Won it in 91.
Yeah. So for them to overcome them champions, have competition, I think they are a tier above Leicester, in my opinion.
But Leicester are currently in legendary, so that means you're putting back.
Who put them there? Who put them there? Take them out. They're not legendary.
No, they are legendary.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
This is where we start moving people now. So let's just say right now, if we're agreeing with, if we're gonna put Blackburn there for a minute, does that mean we're gonna move? Is everyone happy to move Leicester down one?
Yes,
legendary?
Yes, I am.
I'd say as well. Yeah.
You man, don't like the story.
There we go. There's a super chat here that says the most points 100, the most away points 50, the most points ahead of second 19, the most wins 32, the most away wins 16, the most goals 106, the best goal difference, and the most consecutive victories. That pushes Liverpool Goats team out, but this is where I need the panel's help. So they're down. City are in there by themselves. Who else now falls out? Who moves out of the legendary category? The double winning Arsenal team, United's 2001. Blackburn or Liverpool?
Liverpool all day long. Liverpool all day long. Let me speak. Let me land.
I would put the Man United team in underrated. I would put him in underrated.
Which Man United team, bro?
The ones that are overrated.
The 2000. Yeah, that one. The 2001. I will put him
leave it as it is. I think that's fair for now. I think that's a fair happy medium for now. No doubt about it. I'm going to.
But Alfie has to realize what underrated means. Underrated doesn't mean
they're not saying he's bad. He's saying
they haven't spoken about enough.
All right.
Can I just say something?
I hear you on that. So we're going to go to you, Jem. I'm getting to you next. This is a big one now for Jem. It's a big one for Jem now. Chelsea's 2005. So this is the first title winners under Jose Mourinho. Where are you placing them, Jem, and why?
Go. Look, listen, for me, there's only two teams that beat that team, and they're both Man United teams for me. It's the treble winning team and the back-to-back-to-back. They're the only two teams for me that match this. And the reason for it, for me, is that season was historic for a vast number of reasons. The records that were broken. I mean, in that season, all right, we've won it back-to-back, which we did. We won it back-to-back as well. But if I'm right, we had the most away wins in the season. Most clean sheets were kept in a season at 25 as well. Fewest goals conceded in any season, 9, and we had the most wins in a season at 29, and we conceded the fewest goals as well with 15. So for me, that's how Like for me, look how many records we broke. That team deserves to be mentioned. It deserves to be spoken about. And for me, go.
Guys,
It didn't pass- it didn't
And they
pass the
done
eye
it back to
test.
back.
It
Not
didn't
like
pass-
say Liverpool.
So some
yeah.
questions,
This is how you beat your
mate.
team.
So some questions.
Go on.
What other trophy did you win that year?
We won the Carling Cup, wasn't it? And the Premier League. Yeah.
How did you do in the Champions League?
We got knocked out by the Ghost goal.
I remember that. I mean, do people honestly, if you put Pep Guardiola's team, the Centurions, who are currently in GOAT, up against Jose's 2005 winning teams, who wins?
It's a tie. It's actually
Wait.
a draw.
Who is it? The Centurions versus Jose's first.
Versus Jose's first. Like, it literally, I think it's 50-50 because it's the best attacking team versus the best defensive team.
No, they don't go in GOAT, man. Absolutely, you can't say like to put them in GOAT. What you're doing? You're taking a nice shit on the Champions League trophy, and I'm sorry, you can't do that. You can't do it. Why are you doing that for? What kind of disrespect is this? There's like Germans watching this, thinking, "Oh, these men are crazy. What are these men talking about?"
But you know what?
Didn't even win a European trophy.
You're right, they didn't. But you know what I would actually say, and I think Chelsea were the best team in Europe that year. They didn't win it. Don't get me wrong, they didn't win it. But I think they were the best team in Europe.
But look how many records we broke as well, Nick. It wasn't like we just
you
won.
You didn't pass the eye. You didn't pass the eye test. I mean, the worst champions I've ever seen, as it looked.
Listen,
but when you had to turn it on, you did. You beat Barcelona at Stamford Bridge, where you had Robin and Duff on the counter attack.
Yep.
And it's the goal score. It can happen. You lost. For me, you were always going to lose that game because if they didn't give the goal, then they would have got a penalty and a red card. So it is what it is. But Liverpool finished 5th that year. So you can't say Liverpool were the best team in Europe that year. They just won the Champions League.
Throughout the season,
that was a great Chelsea fan.
Throughout that season, we only lost one game as well. And we bang on about the Invincibles, But if we didn't lose that game, I think going into the next season, we didn't lose for at least, I think it was about 9 or 10 more games on top of that as well. Like it could have potentially matched Arsenal in terms of unbeaten run.
In the league,
we only lost one game in the league.
We only lost one game in the league. Sorry,
Man City 1-0 with a pen.
I know, but another thing needs to be said from a football perspective is that your football that you played that season was
dead.
It was very upsetting to football people. It was like some people like if they wanted to watch football to lighten their mood, things aren't going well at home. Do you feel lonely? You watch Chelsea and you get depressed even more.
It was a new style of football, though.
Let me ask you a question. Does the eye test also have to play a factor in this? So how you win as well as what you win.
Yeah,
no,
for sure.
No,
Right
now in this game, people are not happy that their clubs progress unless they progress with quality football. Should we not be judging historically in that way? I don't know.
I don't care what my football looks
As United
like.
fans, as United fans, we weren't happy with Jose. So if we weren't happy with the style of play, why should that not be considered as one of the factors to rate a Premier League team?
We don't
No, that's
care.
nonsense.
As Chelsea fans,
but we're not talking about it. I'm not a Chelsea fan. We're talking about a greatest ever.
Fan, so what's your point?
All right then. I'm not asking you to be. I'm saying the best. If we're gonna criteria, we have to critique these teams on greatest ever. Now, if you set up Wolves and parked buses and then won, a whole title out of it, good for you, man. But you don't go down as GOAT. You're gonna go down as GOAT.
That's where you're disrespectful because we've done that consecutively for a long time, and the reason it worked is because we had a system and the players that were playing adapted to it very well. We used to go into games knowing that we weren't going to lose, and do you know how nice that was to just sit there and be able to watch your team win games?
I remember.
Without sitting on the edge. I'm sorry. So you got to respect that.
Great attack wins games.
Great debate. We're going to continue moving this forward. I've got them both in the GOAT category right now because, of course, a Man City fan put the super chat in. So Chelsea fans, it's going to cost you at least 10 of your hard-working pounds to keep your team in there come the end of this debate. Next up on the list, who just went? It was Gems. It's going to be back to Neeks. Neeks, I'm giving you Manchester United's 2008 Premier League winning and Champions League winning Cristiano leading Manchester United team.
You see, right now, this is a placeholder. It's actually a placeholder. I believe. But I'm gonna let them hold the place. I'm gonna let them warm the seat. For me, I'm putting this team in the GOAT category. Now, we can talk about points. We can talk about goals scored. We can talk about goals conceded, difference between first and second. I mean, for me, the bigger gap between first and second is actually works against your argument, because it means where was the real competition, if we're going to be honest. Man United finished with 87 points that year, went on to the last day of the season, pretty much the last kick when Bolton equalised in the 90th minute against Chelsea, and the gap was 87 to 85, so 2-point gap. We were ran to the end of that season by Chelsea, who also reached the Champions League final, which tells you the quality of the team. A Chelsea team that should have reached the Champions League final the year before, and I think they reached the Champions League semi-final the year after. I think they should have reached the semi-final the year before. So it was a great Chelsea side that we were competing against. On top of that, people want to talk about Mane, Salah, Firmino. They'll talk about Aguero, Sterling, Mahrez, Sane. We had the greatest front three the Premier League has ever seen. Carlos Tevez, Wayne Rooney, and the only Ballon d'Or winning Premier League player in Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm putting them as a placeholder, but they may remain there at the end if Man United fans in the chat got anything about them.
Do you know what's in?
Man United 2008 as the GOATs.
I want to back that up in terms of, I know records matter to people, but do you know what? Man United have a player who has pretty much, nearly so many individual player records, and every time I ever saw him questioned about them, you've got this many appearances, this many assists, first person to do that. He said, I might care about him one day when I've retired. All I care about is lifting up trophies. Trophies is the pièce de résistance, is the most tangible asset in football. And as much as that Centurions team won 2 trophies, one being a Carling Cup and got 100 points in the Prem, as much as that Chelsea team got like least amount of goals conceded and won a Carling Cup, both Man City and Arsenal with their Invincibles and Chelsea with Jose's 04 team would swap those seasons to have a Champions League and Premier League double winning team in the same year like Manchester United did. You'd give up every single record for, if I could take the Chelsea fan, concede 10 more goals in the league, but the goals go didn't happen, you go on to win the Champions League, you'd swap it every day of the week. So for me, that's what I look at. That's why the double winning, more trophies you win in a season are so important. And plus, that was a very good Arsenal team that come third that year as well. They had
that's the thing, Terry. We talk about, we talk about these title races, but it's usually 2 sides. That year was generally 3 title winning sides. We only knocked Arsenal out of the title race when Owen Hargreaves scored that free kick to win 2-1 at Old Trafford. And on top of that, a lot of Arsenal fans will say if Eduardo didn't get injured, then maybe they would have won. Season. Yes. So they had that was a very good Arsenal side.
And you know what? And also, if John Terry had studs in his boots, he wouldn't have slipped and fallen over. But you know what the other thing?
Whoa, that's how good the Chelsea side was.
The reason I say it for me, and it's coming from a Chelsea fan, I actually think that Man United team was the greatest Premier League team in history in my eyes. It wasn't just the fact that you had Tevez, Ronaldo, and Rooney. It's that each and every year you chose to improve the squad, but not what you're doing now. Like you bring in Berbatov. Dimitar Berbatov came in, and he was so mustard at Manchester United. And you just had such a strong forward line, that was devastating on breaks. And for me, by far, for what they did as an overall in 3 seasons, got to be the best.
I hear you on that. So they're in there for now. Now we've had a super chat. We've got some few things to move. City out of the GOAT, please. That is from Strict Bear. So that means City are out for now. However, it means they're going here. Who are we moving out of it? We've got to move Blackburn down. I think.
Yeah, get them out of there.
Blackburn go down. But then we have this that has come in. It's mammoth. It's gargantuan. It's from Tahir. Chelsea stay in GOAT. End of. Best channel on YouTube. Great job, Terry. Thank you, my bro.
Big up Tahir.
I appreciate that, bro. So it means right now Man United have to go down to legendary. So who are we kicking out of the other legendary team?
I guess it's Liverpool into overrated, isn't it?
Yeah. Liverpool, they gotta go.
Liverpool to overrated. Yep, overrated. No, overrated.
Overrated.
Give us overrated. It's a democracy, Terry. It's a democracy.
Man United fans, or City fans. It's gonna cost you 50. 50 if you want to get your team in there. Thank you to here for that wonderful super chat and donation to the Terrace. Really, really do appreciate that massively. So next pick is with me. I was going to go for my. It's hard actually because I'm going with the Man United 1999 team, and I'm sticking him in there in GOAT as well. And I tell you as to why. For everything I've said about the 2008 team, the 1999 team just went one better. They won the FA Cup when it was a tournament that everybody tried to win. You didn't in them days get the big teams play their kids and reserves up until the quarterfinals or semi-finals, right? They did it all. Man United, the squads weren't as big. There were so many games to play. There was so many brilliant players out there doing their thing. There truly, truly was. So many brilliant teams out there at a time. And this team managed to win 3 trophies in one singular season. The first team, I believe, in history to win a treble. It just can't be denounced. It can't be denied. No one has made 100 points will probably happen again someday. All right. But you'd swap 100 points for a treble. You could do back-to-back title winning Invincibles. You'd swap it for a treble. I would swap the 2008. I'd get rid of Ronaldo's goals. I'd get rid of everything that season. If somebody said, yeah, but you want a treble, I'd get rid of all of it. So for me,
it to Bebe and Anderson. They won us a treble.
Exactly. I don't care what's going on. I don't care about any of the records, any of the, my club did this. My team's got the highest floodlights. I don't care about stupid records. I care about trophies. Man United's 1999 team, the GOATs.
But Terry, on top of that, can I just say, also, they beat Arsenal's double winners to the title by 1 point. So Arsenal were 98 champions, and they won it by 1 point. So they actually got 1 point more than the Arsenal side of the year before. You got 78, and then they got 79. In the FA Cup that year, we beat Liverpool in the last minute. We beat Chelsea in a replay. We beat Arsenal in a replay. So we had to play the best teams in the country to win the FA Cup. In the Champions League, we had Barcelona and Bayern Munich in our group, who we drew with twice, both. We played Inter Milan in the quarterfinal, Juventus in the semi-final, and then Bayern Munich again in the final. That is degree of difficulty at 100.
And that's the point. When people say to them, always that same excuse from people, why do you talk about other competitions? We had a group stage. So there was 4 matches during the early stage of the Premier League season where we had to do Wednesday, Saturday, and we had to play Barcelona and Bayern Munich. That means you play your first team 2 games running. You've got to rotate. It was one of the first seasons where you saw proper rotation. We had a front 4 of course, Calypso football in Cole and York, who had the backups to that season in Sheringham and Ollie Gunnar. And every time they came on, whatever the combination was, it works. People always try to discount. They go, you only got 70 odd plus points, but we had to balance all them tournaments. It wasn't like we had easy games. It was a madness. But all that being said, we've had another massive super chat from Thomas Tuchel here. Another £50. That means it's going to cost £100 to get Chelsea.
We are
Chelsea.
We are undefeated. We are undefeated.
One second, guys. It's going to cost 50 to get Chelsea off, but it means Man United's 99 go down. So which of the other 3 are moving down? Is it the double winning Arsenal team or the Centurions of... See, for me, I'm going with Centurions of City because they want a smaller double.
Take them out. Yeah, sorry.
No.
Sorry, points don't matter. Points don't matter in the grand scheme of trophies and achievements. That points.
So are we moving down the 1998 double winning Arsenal or the Centurion winning
1998?
1998 Arsenal.
1998 for us.
All right, 1998. Go on. Yeah, all right, go on.
I think 1998. I mean, Arsenal won a better double because they won the FA Cup, but I mean, Centurions, their record in the Premier League, I think it kind of balances it, the fact that they got the League Cup as well.
And when you talk about degree of competition, they beat the greatest Premier League team of all time before they were the greatest Premier League team of all time.
Look at this. Also, we had a super chat here that says the City team has to be in the legendary category because they had 2 legendary seasons back to back, fighting off another. What other legendary team?
What other legendary?
Greatest of all time. A legendary.
That secures City into that position with 7 there. So it's going to cost 7 to move City out of that category. City fans are back in their club here. Man United fans, where are you? Arsenal fans, where are you? Liverpool fans, where are you?
Yeah, I just want to say in terms of that Centurions team, and I'm happy it stayed where it is. I actually rate the season after more than I do that. Not just because they won, they won more competitions. They won what they called the fake quadruple, the domestic treble. We don't include the Community Shield. But when you're actually challenged for a league title, like they were in 2019 when they got 98 and 97 points, I rate that higher than finishing with 100 points against a team who was out of the title race before the turn of the year, because you're playing without freedom, you're playing without care. There's no pressure. I think the pressure that Liverpool were putting under that City team in 2019 is more respect than getting 100 points.
Even when you think about it, it's the other way around, because Liverpool had that 10-point gap and they clawed it back.
But that
also goes into my reasoning, and I know that the super chats from the Chelsea fans have done that, and he's also come back in now, and he wants Chelsea's Conte season to be legendary, which means we've got a really big decision.
This guy Thomas Tuchel FC, he lives in Kensington, bro. I know
he's my mate. I know him.
One second, guys. What I'm saying is that we now. I agree with the point. When you challenge by top class, like I know that the super chats move the barometer on this, but who you beat to a title has to be considered. Because look, if I was to beat Canelo to a middleweight title, or I beat some bum no one's heard of, I beat Canelo and Alfie beat some bum no one's heard of. We both have a version of the middleweight title. Who would be considered the better champion? The guy that beat the Canelo. And so when you've got like a team that beats another top level team or another great side or a double winning side, I always think there's something a little more special about that. But the super chats have come in. The Chelsea fans are back in their team. Conte up. Who drops out? The Centurions, the 2008 Man United team, or the 1999 Man United team?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I say 99.
Centurions, bro.
There's no Champions League in the Centurions.
It has to be the Centurions based on the super chat. So no one get the knickers in a twist. You know what to do. If you want to move any of these teams down, get your super chats in up and down, £5 up and down anywhere. If you want to move someone out of a category, you've got to obviously do what somebody else has done. There's no doubt. We've got a couple more picks to go. We're going to leave this Chelsea one out because we kind of funneled it in with this GOAT Chelsea team that's there. How about I'm going to go to David on this one and give you City's Aguero moment 2012 champion. What's your thought on them, bro?
Balotelli, Aguero. I mean, that was the first year I actually had Sky Sports. Like I was loving life. I was loving life, right? And when you see like the United, they're like, we've done it. Wayne Rooney's got to go against Sunderland. We're good. It was fine. And you just see Balotelli, Aguero. Oh. It's a legendary moment, but they're not legendary champions. They're just top class. But
overrated.
Overrated. No way.
Because they beat you to it. Is that why?
Overrated because we gave it to them.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. Yeah, because of that. Yeah. It was because of that. Because we were winning. And they won it. Listen, they won it on goal difference. They can't go down as legendary for winning a title on goal difference. Come off it, bro. Yeah, like what? You know what I mean? It don't make sense. Like,
how good was that Manchester United team that season?
Not that good.
Yeah, I know it was. No, how good? What that season?
Okay, guy, I can answer that.
Go on.
The following season, we bought Van Persie. We won the league, and all year, all the media said about us is we're Fergie's worst ever champions because we haven't beaten anybody. We weren't particularly great. So if that same team with Van Persie was then called the worst ever Fergie champions, a year earlier where we didn't win the league and we didn't have Van Persie, we must have been bang average.
Mourinho and Hernandez was our strikers.
No, but they're top class.
Do you know what this does though? My view on this, I think the City team, I would put them down as, it's hard really because there's top class to be fair. I would put them maybe if there was something below top class. That's where I'd put them. Right. My view has always been put on this. Right. Is that Aguero moment elevates everything because the moment is so vivid. It's an availability bias. You remember the season because of that Aguero goal. Mm-hmm. If, for instance, they'd have just won that game 1-0 and won by 3 points, it'd be a very average, fairly forgettable Premier League season. That moment elevates it. So it's the story of that moment as opposed to that team and how great they were as champions. Legend Legend and Sweet says put City 2012 team into legendary.
One thing I want to say just before that is I know we're not there yet, but in relation to this Aguero team, I would rank Carlo's team higher than that.
So
purely because of the season.
So okay, on that, let me just get this in. So we're putting them into top class. I can't. It's got to go overrated. We've got to go overrated.
We've got a super chat.
We've got to go overrated.
Yeah, overrated. Yeah, overrated.
One sec, guys. This one here says put Manchester City's 2012 team into legendary. So now it's got to go into legendary. So who are we moving out? We can't move Conte's team. They've got a £20 bounty on their head. So it's either the 2008 Man United team or the 99 Man United.
1999.
No,
for me.
absolutely.
It's got to be.
Oh my god! I can't vote. You don't have to vote.
I'll do it for you. Let me do it for you, Manchester United fans. 1999 goes down.
Nah.
Yes, it does.
Why?
Because
I was an
what
old.
do you mean? You won it back to back to back.
As
No
a
one's
matter of-
ever even
Oh,
done
did
that.
you
How
not-
much?
how much-
That team.
How much has GOAT got on it, Terry? How much is the bounty?
£100.
£100.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Man said SW1 money, yeah? This is SW1
Roman,
money, bro.
Roman.
Nah, mate.
We're Roman's children, baby.
It's true. Do you know what it is? I'm voting 2000. I've got to do it because I've got to respect my super chatters. I'm voting 2000. I'm voting 2008.
I don't agree with that.
I'm knocking out. I'm
Sorry.
knocking out 99.
Voting 2008 to go down. Terry, you're voting 2008 to drop down.
Get rid of them.
Yeah, down.
This is like picking his children for Terry. This is awful. We can't have it.
I feel let down by my
The
fan base.
Ballon
I'm
d'Or,
not gonna lie,
Cristiano
I feel-
Ronaldo for a treble winning. Think of it like that. A treble winning season.
Beckham should have won.
Oh, no. Yeah, we've had the answer come in for us. Move the team into overrated. Into overrated. They've been moved.
Well, you can't put it on me though. So.
They've been put into overrated. Where are we placing Carlo Ancelotti's team?
Top class.
Underrated.
No, I'm not having that.
Yes.
No, Gem.
Underrated is not an insult. They are underrated. They don't get spoken about enough.
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought you said the other one.
I didn't
Yeah. Underrated.
I mean, first team. I think they're the first team to get score 100 goals in the Premier League.
It's true.
Oh my God! The
I
guy's
can't
got
believe it.
£25 in just to destroy it. No one's getting another 20 come in that says put Carlo's 2010 team into legendary. Better tap. Hang on, that means Man United are out of that one as well. Oh no, we're in the mud. We're in the mud.
Well, I love
too many peas.
Always. This is how you do it.
Hey, we got too much.
How you do
we
it.
got too much.
We got too much Muller, baby.
We got too much.
Bring back FFP, man. Bring back FFP.
I knew this was the wrong color to wear today, bruv. I just knew it, bruv. I can't believe it.
It's a disgrace. It's a
disgrace. Listen, you know what? Yeah, honestly, over treble winners, over double winners.
It's got worse because now we've had this team, the Man United 99 team, put into overrated. So now what I've got to do is I've got to move Carlo Ancelotti's team into legendary and put this Man United team into overrated.
That's way too blue. That's too blue.
Someone put money in for Leicester.
Get it right.
We need Leicester in legendary. Come on, boys.
The Blues up.
Terry, let them know what the stakes are for
the stakes
the
are this
GOAT and the legendary.
So GOAT, if you want to remove GOAT, it's going to cost £125. Okay, it's 125 for GOAT. It's going to cost either 10, 7, or 20 to get a legendary place, depending on which you want to take out. So it's 10 for Conte's Chelsea. It is 7 for the Centurions. It's 7 for the Centurions. And it is 20 for Carlo Ancelotti. And what is this here? Screw financial fair play. Ancelotti season. It's another 25. So that's now 45 to get Carlo's team out. That is cementing 2 of Chelsea's teams in the top echelon.
Alfie, do you know how bad it is? Do you know how bad it is when you look at that right now? Take a real good look at this. You are matched. You're sitting with the Liverpool team. Overrated.
Leave me out. Just get rid of us, Terry. I'd rather not be on the rankings.
Terry, if you need me to say one word, just one word, to kick me off this stream, bro. Kick me off this stream. I can't take it. Just kick me off, bro. I don't want to be.
Thomas Tuchel, you're goated. Thomas Tuchel, you're goated. No, I'm sorry. This Liverpool team really gets to me because everyone was talking about them being this it's amazing. Troy Deeney came and ruined your whole season. 27 out of 28 games. 38 game season though. What happened in the other 10 games?
I mean, we still won the season with 99 points. And at the time of winning, sorry, can I just say, at the time of winning, we were the Champions League holders. We were the
right. You were the Champions League holders because of the virus. Because of the virus.
Come in. So Sweetest Legend wants the 2012 team in, and it's gonna be the Conte team out for the £10 there. That has been done. That has been moved. That is over. Oh, we've had more come in. Andy's come in and says for Ancelotti's Chelsea team. So they're now back. Ancelotti's team go back in, and it's the City team that just came in of 2012. Of 2012 that go out. And Tahir is back again, who says Roman says put Conte in legendary, even though it cost him a fortune. So he's back in it. So that's now going to cost £20 to get Conte's team out of there. It's gone mad. The Chelsea fans are back in this. I'd move all the Man United teams to overrated.
Oh, my God, bro.
That means it's going to cost us £5 on each of the Man United teams just to get them out.
I agree with him.
Just to get them out.
Terry, we're goated. We're different. We're goated. Chelsea
and
this is why we're not going to get Haaland, because Chelsea will just outspend you in the market.
Conte back in again. It's another 20.
What is going on? Look at these Chelsea fans.
40 Conte out now. And do you know what's mad? Like people, I must attract a lot of Chelsea fans to this platform. I mean,
ever since what was it, Terry? Ever since the hexagon? The hexagon. Well, we've been loving it.
It's the hexagon.
It's a madness. I might just start supporting Chelsea. Like just for a
Come to the blue
side.
My
word, I can't believe it.
Hey, all those Tottenham fans, if you're done with suffering, come to the blue side.
Thomas Tuchel FC, I just want to let you know, the money that you paid to put all of that in go, your football was trash. It was
my God,
dead, bro. Yeah, I don't care how much money you pay. You ain't shutting me up, bro. Yeah,
it's another £20 to put all the Man United. So it's now going to cost about it's like 12 quid each for each Man United team to get them out.
Look at all the blue icons in the chat.
I can't believe it.
I love it.
I can't believe it.
Get a Liverpool fan out there to put some money on.
You know what I'm going to say, right?
Nah, bro. You know that ain't going to happen,
guys. I know that everybody says about London at the minute, but right now, the Terrace is blue. That's what I'm going to say. The Terrace is... Oh, Tuchel's back again. He says Conte stays legendary. Look at that. That's £70. That is £70 to get rid.
Nora.
Hey, Abramovich is paying Tuchel. Good money, you know. Good money. Man spending this time on the Terrace.
This guy did not get affected by COVID, bro. He's taking money. I know he is, bro.
Just to quickly say about your Liverpool team, just 2 seconds, Rav, right? We banged on about how Leicester won it because everyone was so poor. It was the same thing with Liverpool. Yes, you won it with a massive gap difference, but everyone around you was shocking as well. So you guys have a little bit of competition this season, and you just couldn't handle it. Look where you are now. Where are you? You're like down there. You're like
just purely on the merit of how garbage you are this season means that you are that we should take that title back off you from last year because of how shit you are this season.
Yeah,
that's where we should.
That was crazy. No. Hey, wait. Can I reply to that? Yeah? Because the first part of the season, City were on our tail, yeah, and we were in all competitions at that time where City dropped off and we didn't drop off. So it wasn't like everyone around us was crap. And Alfie just got a vengeance against Liverpool in it. So
no, on the level, you went from quadruple. Then you went from quadruple unbeaten to just a prem. The decline was mad.
Yeah, you know what it is though as well. So when it comes, we didn't get into it in all these debates because no one challenged it. But I also, when I look at teams, it's what you did after as well. So Liverpool won it with no one breathing down their neck. and the following year, unless you win the Champions League, as it stands right now, you're going to win nothing. To go from what you did to nothing, it's a bit like the Invincible team. My biggest issue with the Invincibles is that they died the next year. If the next year they'd have retained the title, they'd be up there. And Strip Bears come in.
It's just
Conte.
Nail in the coffin. That's what that is. See you later.
£120 to get rid of Conte. He is there for life. The Man United fans tonight, Arsenal fans and Liverpool fans have been absolutely slapped by City and Man City and Chelsea. Absolutely slapped. But yeah, I do think on a real level, I do think you have to look at what a team does the following year. And I know that Super Chats have killed it tonight. But when you look at that and you look at those, when you actually look at that Man United team you mentioned in '93 retained its title. Okay, the Man United team in 2008 won 3 on the bounce in the Champions League. The one in '99 won the treble and retained it. No other Premier League team and actually the year after that we not only retained it, we won the double. So no team. That's why Man United are the greatest Premier League team of all time. Not just the most amount of trophies. Our 3 best trophy winning teams have done things that forget all your records. You'd all swap for our teams every day of the week. That's why I don't argue it.
Not on what the tier making says, mate.
Yeah, of course. But they're back in the team. My point is this: whenever Arsenal fans say to me, "Yeah, but we went invincible, no one else has done it," but you'd swap it for all 3 of those achievements.
I agree. I do agree.
Another £20 here to keep all Man United players in overrated.
Oh my god!
You know what? I think. One sec, bro. That's now going to cost £20. £20 per Man United team to get them out. I've got to pay myself for one. I've got to get one of them out. I can't leave them in there.
You know what I think it is? Why there's so much hate to Man United? I think it's because Alfie's here.
Yeah.
They've been waiting for you to
Bro,
come back.
you know when they say truth and the salt really hurts, bruv, yeah? It does. You know when I can sit here and say your team is trash and your team is over, like you're football, you know what I mean? I could say that, yeah, about all of them. It hurts them because it's true. If it weren't true, they'd be like, this guy's a dickhead.
They do talk a lot of gas as well.
Guys,
it's
all right. Yeah,
one of the new when the new announcement comes out soon, we're going to be doing like forfeits and stuff on the show, but there's going to be like a super tier level to it. One of the things I introduced the other day was, Terry, would you sing a song? The Aguero and Phil Jones song, but of course, this thing. I charged £50 the other day to sing the Aguero song in the City end of the spectrum. What should I charge tonight?
Don't do it.
To say, what are you singing? What are you singing?
This is what it feels to be City. This is what it feels to be City. You feel like to sing their songs. So I will sing rival fan club songs, but you have to. It's a forfeit level for me, but you've got to hit the marker. So I keep it at 50 again.
That's got to be a We've
got more super chats here. This one says, "Alfie in the mud. Alfie go to bed. All Man United's champions." It's another 20. That now means
Alfie.
It's £30 for each Man United team to get them out. It's a joke. Put the Chelsea 05-06 team into top class. Where were they?
Oh, they're at the bottom, but you didn't.
Because they haven't even placed them yet.
You haven't put them in there, have you?
They're placing them. Put him in there. They've got another one in there. Chelsea fans tonight are killing it. I feel sick.
Imagine the top.
Hey, listen. Hold on. Can I ask a question? Sorry. How are there more blue Chelseas than there are Man United title-winning teams? But we've won more titles than them. Why is that? Why is that? Sorry, that the math don't make sense.
Do you know why?
Because we won ours in
because 6 of ours were won by 2 teams.
And they
haven't won 6.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the point. You're always going to see it like that. You know what I mean?
8 years ago now, isn't it? It's quite a long time ago, guys.
I mean, I'm just happy you done this before the end of the season because Man City
that's why we've done it before the end of the season, because if they win this quadruple, this debate is over forever. You have to. Oh, what's it? Who's done this now?
Legendary.
This guy.
Alfie's brought the peas. But
you know what? This guy's probably a Liverpool fan. He should be putting money in his Liverpool team, but he's more worried about Man United.
He is.
So that's £38 on each Man United team to keep them in overrated. £38 spent on each United team to keep them in overrated. What is it they say? Loved adored but never ignored, or hated ignored.
Hated adored.
But never ignored. That's where we are. I literally forgot the saying. I'm in shock. I'm in absolute shock. I feel like I'm in the mud right now. But are we all in agreement that if City, what does City have to? What's the minimum for them to do this season for them to be considered the greatest ever?
Well, they have to
actual quadruple. No, the greatest ever.
No,
you have
no,
to
no,
outdo. You have to
Come on, no,
outdo.
they can win a treble. They can win. They
So,
can
no,
win a treble.
no. The question. What's the question? Greatest ever.
What's greatest ever is quadruple.
Great, not go into a category. If you're saying if they're gonna go into a legendary category, then you're equaling ours, which is a treble. If you're gonna go into the greatest ever,
Oh no, I want to hear this. I've got a video.
Oh, you're videoing nothing. Like, hang on, I'm saying you're not videoing nothing. Like I'm not live on the internet. Hang on a minute here.
Oh my god, what is going on?
Oh!
It's got to be a Liverpool fan.
Go to bed, Alfie.
Into goat. City into goat.
Wait,
City.
Oh, is that enough? Is that
That's
enough?
not enough. It's not enough.
Oh, you need
It's not
25 more. You should have
It's not
spent all
enough,
that
it's
money
not
on Man
enough.
United. 25
Chelsea.
more.
It's not
What
enough.
I'm going
It's
to
not
do
enough.
to tempt it, 25 more. They're there, but they'll get you got 25 more, bro. 25 more to stand up by themselves. But I've got a problem here. Say goodbye, Man City Centurions 2008, and replace them with the Chelsea 05 teams. Look at that. So the Chelsea they go down, but they got moved into there for that money. So we're going to wait to see what the Chelsea fan does on this one. But what is this song? Terry sing "Blue is the color." I don't know what the song is.
I know what this is, Carla.
We're all together. And winning is. Come on, I want to hear it, Terry. I'll sing it with you. We can do it together.
I don't know the song.
Play it in the background with the karaoke.
Oh my
lyrics.
god! But it's another £100. Another £100. It's been done. Chelsea have been done. Chelsea, I can't believe it. They've been done here.
I too cool. You know what
them? It means that who's got the least amount of money? Ancelotti's got the least money, so he goes down. But City Centurions are now in the top bracket.
No,
City Centurions are now in the top bracket as it stands. 2012. Sorry, 2012. I've actually
I too cool FC. Here's a message from me and Neeks. Yeah, that's what Arab money feels like. Yeah, that's what Arab money feels like. Yeah. All right.
Do you know what American money feels like? The fact that no man
Liverpool, that's not American.
Literally, the way it's been super chatted is almost like a representation of the football club. Like even all the spending. And Chelsea did all the spending, and out of nowhere, City just went, "There's 200 quid. We'll take the lot, please."
Hey, too cool. Yalla, Habibi. Come. Yalla, Habibi. Come.
How does this? Hang on. This song goes. I'm going to try and play it.
There it is.
I'm muted.
What's the words? Oh my god. He's put another £100 in.
What is he doing?
Wow!
100.
Yalla, Habibi.
That means hang on a second. That means it's £175. £175 if you want to remove Manchester City's 2012 Aguero moment champions. 175 Nickaroonies.
There's no way.
I've got to sing this song now. I've got to get the lyrics. So is it? That's a long song. You know what, bro? You got it, super chat. I'm going to reach out to you. I don't know it. Right, and I can't play the music on the stream. I will learn it and sing it on tomorrow's morning. Is that okay? I don't disrespect you. I will sing it, but I don't know it, and I'm just gonna be miming it, and then I'm not really gonna be singing it, and then it's not really worth what you donated. So I will sing it. Let me learn it and respect it, and I'll get it back. Blue is the color. Football is the game. And winning is our aim. So cheer us through sun and the rain, because Chelsea is our name. Is it okay to sing just that amount?
Where the rain and shine.
Yeah, you gotta go on.
Flag flying. Someone's got to pay for you to do the Leeds one. Marching on together.
I need to learn it. I can't just do it, bro. I need the guy at Super Chat to confirm that, and then I'll do it, because there's like 7 verses.
It's a long song.
I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. But bro. I will sing the song. I'll learn it first. That's my forfeit for my team getting destroyed tonight.
You're acting like the Glazers, man. Pay up,
Terry,
man.
Terry, that is a long song, you know.
It is a long song. It's the longest song that we got.
Here, Khan, let me know how long I can and can't sing it for. I need. Oh, sorry, I got the stream going on another thing there. I'm because that's a lot to learn in one stream. But I think City have won the debate now for the GOAT team. But he picked this. He picked. Hang on a minute.
Oh my God. Oh my! The system.
Put City into. Do you know what? We're gonna get a call tomorrow to say someone's nicked their mum's card.
Yeah, that looks like it.
Nice.
Wow.
You're gonna get a call from the Sheikh tomorrow saying I put some money in your account yesterday. You fine?
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna get, bro.
The legendary, and that's gonna be. Oh, it's the 2016 with the lowest amounts, so they dropped down. Thank you very much to my guy here for becoming a brand new member of the Football Terrace. It means a great deal to us here. It truly, truly does.
Lennon Street, what's your job? Because I would love to have it.
Yeah, innit?
Trust.
Do you know what the official job title of people who have too much money is? Philanthropist. That means they got too much. They got to give it away. Their job is to just give it away, bro. That's what it is, bro.
That's
let you off, Terry. Let you off.
Terry, it looks like you got away with it.
No, he's not getting away with it. He's got at least.
No. It says here, it goes, you're all good, bro. Just want to thank you for all your great hard work with the channel. But, bro, I will respect it and I'll sing the song. I'll learn it and then do it. I actually think that's more respectful than just like absolutely botching it out. But you guys, wait, you guys are going to continue on the terrace. There's going to be forfeits for everyone because we're going to be doing predictions, and then the losers, they super chat what the forfeit is, and some of it's going to be some real embarrassing stuff. But it's beneficial for all. Has Zayn been outspent all time? Listen, Zayn, I haven't seen Zayn on a stream for time, but he's been done here. Absolutely destroyed. But there we go. And also, what's his name? I loved him. Thank you very much to Thomas Tuchel FC. But he went real quick. It was a bit like one of them ones, the hard nut giving it, and then a bigger bloke turns up, and it's like, oh no, crazy. But let's take a little look.
You remember Kofi?
I can't.
Look at that. Look where Man United's team is.
It's
literally. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're lower than Leicester and Blackburn.
Nah, Leicester's. I'm telling you, Leicester's season, legendary season.
No, it's not.
How much would it take to put a City shirt on? Honestly, $1,000, bruv.
No, you've asked the wrong guy, Terry. You've asked the wrong guy.
He's not going to do that. Don't do that. He's not going to do that. Like, honestly,
he might. You know, don't push him. He might, bro. You don't know what Arab money. You don't know what Arab money is unlimited.
That's why I said $1,000 because man won't do it. Like no. Terry is officially a Chelsea fan. I think I might have to be after tonight, to be honest. Like, I think that's the way it is. I think I might have to, but I couldn't do that. Do you know, someone actually asked me that was like, if any of your teams went bankrupt, would you ever support another team?
So you mean like kind of AFC Wimbledon kind of thing? Like you just
beyond that, yeah. I mean, the club's gone; it doesn't exist.
Oh, like Bury FC kind of thing.
Yeah, Bury. Like, would you support another team, and how long would you wait?
I would support my local. I'll support Leyton Orient.
I'd support Salford.
No, I just go to Dortmund. That's what I'd do.
You know Gary Neville Beckham's team. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I'd just go to Fenerbahce.
They won a trophy on the weekend.
Yeah, of course they did. John
be Leyton Orient for me. I could support another Premier League side.
I don't think I could support a Premier. I don't think I could support a Premier League side because
thank you, a Liverpool fan.
A Liverpool fan, gang.
That's like
top class.
That's like
Liverpool. Do you know all the Liverpool fans? All the Liverpool fans
in January.
All the Liverpool fans.
No, Alfie, I'm not letting you finish your sentence.
No, all the Liverpool fans. They had to get together. They had to get together. All of them had to get together. Put the tenner together. Be like, oh, how much can we get, man? Yeah, quick. But
to the Football Terrace community, absolutely love the support that you give us. It means an absolute a ton to us. It really, really does indeed. We enjoy these shows. We enjoy the tiering shows as well. They're a good bit of fun, and we've got some great stuff on the way to you. I know I half announced things today. We've got big announcements on the way very, very soon with the terrace, and taking my family along with me. How things should be. Oh,
Oh,
Randy,
no.
Liverpool fans get Liverpool out of overrated and into top class. Leave United fans close.
But they just woke up.
Has done it. Look at that. That now cements Liverpool into top class. £50 if you want to try and move them out, and it's only Man United left down there in an absolute state, in an absolute mess.
Terry, is that
Terry,
not
how do you feel, mate?
team in underrated? Is that not a United team in underrated?
It is a United team in underrated, yes.
Shouldn't they be moved into
No, because nobody knows. The Man United teams, they were specifically spoken about as in like 08, whatever, 99. Leave them alone. Otherwise, you won't be taken on the Football Terrace journey. It's going to happen.
Thomas Tuchel waved the white flag.
Hey, that was sick.
Keep Man United.
I'm embarrassed, man.
I'm good. Do you know what? Because you've spent so much tonight and you're getting United down, I'll put all the United teams into overrated because you spent so much tonight, bro. I really do appreciate that.
That's going to be his transfer window. Chelsea's going to put in a bid for Haaland, and Man City's going to come. All right, we'll double it, and they'll be like, oh, you know what, you win, you win. We can't do that.
There's a part of me. If I take my own self out of that, right? If I take my own self out of that, imagine seeing like a bidding war with no financial fair play, and I told you before, like I used to be very fortunate in my job when I worked in the private bank. I went to a few events where there was cars on sale for like £500,000, £1 million or whatever. Cars weren't even roadworthy, but people were dropping millions of pounds of them and stuff. Watching billionaires operate like that, there's a buzz that comes with it. I would love to watch Roman and the Sheikh go head to head, like 50, 80, 100, like to 300 mil, 300. I'd love to see how far they would both go to land their star targets with no restraint. I'd love to see it. Obviously the Sheikh would kill him because the Sheikh's anywhere worth like 200 billion or something like that. Like, it's like crazy. It'd be amazing to watch.
But we are technically owned. I know people don't like to talk about it. It is technically Russia. It's Russia versus Saudi Arabia. Because
not Saudi Arabia, but the UAE.
UAE, sorry. I mean, it's Roman, but like it's not Roman. It isn't. It's not Roman. It's the other geezer in Russia. That guy,
the president.
Yeah, the president. You know,
you think he owns you?
Cool. Putin, can I have a bit more money? Fine. It's not like
Do you know what's crazy about it? Again, with my banking background, like I went on this course once, and they're basically showing us how, and it isn't anybody's fault. Like, what they were telling us is that, like, from a regulatory point of view with money, like something like 80% of the money that comes out of Russia at some point has touched the mafia, and it's almost impossible to go through all the business. Like, you could be a normal worker, but a shareholder of the business was connected to it at that level. And I sort of watch it. Like, I used to love doing those like financial sanctions courses because you learn stuff. You're like, the world's a very like crazy. When you start moving to that world of money, with you talking about the elite wealthy people in the world, like, yeah, it's a very murky world. Put the Arsenal team in overrated. Can't have them above United. Look at that. Unless the Man United fan stepping up saying, well, I'll get us something back. Oh, hang on. I've just unshared the screen. That's the Man United fan doing something to support his football club. Let's put him in here. We've got 8 minutes of the show left to go, ladies and gentlemen. That's I'm going to put the Invincibles into the overrated category, not the double winning team. We've got 8 minutes of the show left to go, ladies and gentlemen, as it stands right about now. Anyone excited about the internationals or anything at all?
No, I have no interest in it.
I'm glad. No, honestly,
you must.
That was good.
As long as, after what Turkey done today, that's who I support now, not England.
Actually, Jamaica's playing USA tomorrow, so I'll be interested in that one. 5 o'clock UK time.
Do you know what I loved about the internationals today is that in the morning. So when the team was announced, for a lot of Man United fans were laughing and attacking Bruno because he was dropped or wasn't in the starting lineup for Portugal. Told you he's trash, told you he's rubbish. And then the French team got announced and Pogba weren't in it. And I'm like, yeah, it's because they've got more important games next, the harder games next. So they were rested. You know, you sort of look at some people agenda. We've got more super chats here. The Arsenal and Man United fans are having a little argument now. Put Arsenal team are kind of above United. Then we had straight away put Arsenal back in now. And then Rodrigo, sorry, says, I'm not a Man United fan, Terry. Don't insult me like that. I'm a Chelsea fan through and through. Sorry. But he's put another £5 in, so that means Arsenal stay in overrated. I'm going to donate your £5 towards that.
We're fighting our own little transfer market, mate. The two of the American owners don't really want to dip their hand in their pocket.
Innit. This is
Odegaard and Ahmed Diallo.
Yeah, innit, Nix. This is actually a representation of how these men spend money in the league, and we're just like, look, bruv, allow it. We're not going in. You want Aguero? Take him. You want Silva? You want?
If you're in the market, we're not gonna get into a bidding war.
See you later. All right.
110%. What we're also gonna do tonight, Leg and Sweet, we're gonna make you a moderator on the channel. Also, Thomas Tuchel, loads of donations recently. We're gonna make you a mod on the channel as well. You know the rule. Don't start blocking people, please. Unless they do the unthinkable, the homophobia, the racism, the sexism. That's about it. I said a few other mods recently. Like, if somebody just says you're a bit of an idiot, that doesn't count. Do you know what I mean? It's like that's not enough. That's not enough to start blocking everyone. Do you know what I mean? It's got to be a lot deeper than that. Someone the other day said, I blocked someone. Why? Because he said my opinion was shit. I'm like, yeah, that's not reason to block people off my channel, bruv. Like, slow down. On that one there. We've got 5 minutes to go if you want to get any super chats in to change this around. Oh, hang on a minute. What we got here? Can I take Arsenal off the list? Oh,
yeah, I agree with that.
Get Arsenal off the list. Petty's come out. Which we're going to take? We'll take the Invincibles. They're off the list. They're off the chart. They're nowhere to. Oh, you can't take them off once they've been on. I didn't realize that. That's rubbish, isn't it?
Just move the other Arsenal team into overrated.
Yeah, that's what we'll do now. They're there. So I can't move them off. It doesn't let you do it. But what I can do, I'll create a new tier and we just put them in like finished or something. Like, do you know what I mean? That's what we'll do. Thank you very much for that super chat. Really appreciate it. Everyone's going, yes, Team Petty at last. Well, Man United got Team Petty to hell earlier.
I mean, who's gonna? I mean, the question is, which one of our teams is next going to win a Premier League?
Well, Man City.
Oh yeah,
No. The team's here. So we got Chelsea, United,
Chelsea.
It ain't going to beat Liverpool, is it?
Well, listen, the bounce back is coming. Trust me.
I mean, listen, I wouldn't rule out. Liverpool next season.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you.
Nah, honestly, you have to start putting some respect on Tuchel's name, man. Like this guy. Some people are telling me it's the new manager bounce, but until I see them fall off, my guy's only still conceded 2 goals.
Are you saying that? Is that you saying that?
Bro, but I'm not a hater. I'm not a fake. I'll be honest, I'm not a fake. Like,
it's just the truth. It's just when it comes to Liverpool, Alfie's a fake.
Nah, bruv, you're shit. Honestly, this season you're shit. What you want to say? You're shit this season, bruv. You're all right, cool with it. But,
all right, this season, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna bother defending us this season. We've been dead, but
no, I expect Liverpool will be back in top 4 next year. Chelsea will listen. Chelsea this year was supposed to be the next best behind Man City and Liverpool. So I expect next year, with their players having a year longer and a much better manager in charge, I expect them to have a title challenge next year without a shadow of a doubt. Have to.
Just like,
you know
yeah, honestly, I want to see how United. I want to see how United finish the end of this season, and I want to see what we do in the transfer market. But I fully, my expectation is we came this close to at least being in a halfway title race. Next season, I want to be absolutely till the end in a race.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you think Ollie's because Ollie's here now? Let's be serious. Yeah. Do you think Ollie's the man to win you a title?
I do. And until I'm proven wrong, until I see, look, I'll say this publicly. Until I see regression, because all I've seen is progression. Until I see regression where he's going backwards, where we finish below we did last season, or do you know what I mean? Or just whatever else, other factors included, yeah? Like maybe points tally, or maybe the team's performances, or maybe performances versus top 6, and they just don't play out. But really, I need to see hardcore regression over a whole season before I say Ollie's taking us backwards. Until I see that, I will continue to say what I'm saying.
Like when is the last time United looked lethal? Like when they walked on a pitch and you thought they're gonna absolutely smash this team up. Because the thing is,
when they drew 0-0 with Liverpool.
But this is the thing. This is the thing. Like, you don't know what Man United you're gonna get. You don't know if you're gonna get the Man United where you're a low block and we have to work hard to break you down, or if it's like within 5 seconds of you coming at us, we're in the back of your net already. You don't know what you're going to get.
Alfie, do you think there are some Ollie outers that are pushing on the agenda harder than normal, doubling down on it? One, because there's still a chance of the Europa League in second place, more points, best season since Fergie in terms of, you've got to remember, Jose's season where we won the trophies, he fell outside the top 4. If you win a trophy like the Europa League and come second and get similar points, if not more points than Jose did, it's the best season since Fergie. And there's this outside chance, and I know it's an outside chance. I'm not going to have faith in it until I see it. But if this director of football thing works and we actually do have a good summer in the market and the team improves further, do you think it's almost like this last-ditch attempt from the Ollie outers to cement a bad word about him or get him out of his job because they see that maybe he might do well next year and that's them in the mud?
Yeah, for sure. Like Ollie outers will forever be Ollie outers no matter what Ollie does. That's just been evidence. The only thing it does for Ollie outers is it silences them. When you're in the title race in December and January, top of the league, it silences them. When you beat Man City and all of a sudden you got a big chest walking around now because you beat the team that no one else can beat, it silences them. Anything else, one wrong decision, one substitution, and yeah, of course they want him now. I think that they want him out badly. So just in case Ollie starts next season on a really good run and stays in and around top 1 and 2 like he has this season, you're really going to be in the mud. And I want them to shut up.
I asked that question because someone put a DM to me earlier and they asked me that they kind of was like, I wanted to ask. Some people want to phone in and have their say, but they kind of don't. They don't want to have their opinions ripped out. And he kind of DM'd it. And I said I'd ask it on the show at an appropriate moment, and it came up there. And it felt, and I don't know if I completely agree with it, but I think there's an element of that that's involved. It's in terms of him going forward and winning. I personally don't see it. I do think he's hit his ceiling, but I do think if the Man United actually bought him, if we bought Sancho and Didi and a top class centre back in the summer, I see us getting better. But then I know what they would say is that he just bought it. But what I think is really interesting, what I am going to do though, is I've already started. I told Johnny and Aidan earlier that I'm already using some of their stuff. I'm putting together a list of things and creating a video of all the things that trigger people about Ollie in terms of subs, smiling after a loss, playing players that have got knocks or strains or injuries. And I'm doing it as a bit of a time capsule. So I released a video. It's a bit of a laugh. It'd be fun. But then when the new manager is eventually appointed, I'll then be using it to reference back to those people to say, okay, we lost today, but Nagelsmann smiled. Can you tweet about how horrible that is, please? Because I know they won't do it, but I just want to see whether because I didn't do it as methodically when Jose was here. Me and Nick talk about it a lot, but we go off memory. All the things people moaned about Jose doing, they're now wishing that Ollie was doing. I almost want to capsulate it in a way and say, well, you said that a terrible manager does these 5 things. Our new manager's doing 4 of them, and you're not saying anything. Why is that? My view is very simple, and I know it's an arsey thing to do. But my view is very simple. It's a bit like your kids. My children do certain things. I look at other children, I turn my nose up and go, "What's a little shit?" My kids do it, and I'm like, "Oh, it's so cute." You know what I mean? Oh, and that's what they're doing there. And look, I'm just going to do it for a bit of a bubble and a bit of a laugh. But there we go. Listen, that's the end of the show, everyone. Thank you so much for all your donations tonight. Great fun tiering the greatest ever teams. Tomorrow, we've got another tiering session where we're going to be kind of picking England's best squad, looking ahead of the Euros as well. We're going to have a little bit of fun doing that tomorrow on the show as there's no real football to cover. I think England might be playing tomorrow. I don't even know.
San Marino.
Oh, is it? Well, there we go. There we go. Rashford's getting a hat-trick. Happy days. But listen, until then, everyone, take care of yourselves. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see. Listen, everyone who super chatted tonight, I cannot thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Until then, take care. Goodbye.